Hey guys, how's it going? This is Prophet. I'm playing Ken in this gameplay. You may notice I am using modern controls. That's right guys, I am using modern controls and I don't give a fuck. You know why? Because I'm tired of having 6 buttons. I'm tired of having to memorize 6 fucking buttons when I can just press 3 attack buttons and a specials button, a drive impact button, and a dedicated drive parry button. So, what does modern controls allow a player to do? It's to focus less on memorizing inputs and more focus on the fundamentals of the game. And that's mix-ups, reactions, and just anything but the difficulty of learning how to do the controls. As you guys know, Street Fighter is based on an arcade control where makes you do like a circular motion to do inputs. On PC, you get to skip a lot of the diagonals, but I do find the input timing window for Street Fighter to be really, really strict, and that makes it probably the hardest game out of the mainline games like Mortal Kombat and Tekken. And the reason I say it is because I find Tekken is really, really friendly on the input windows. And of course, Mortal Kombat, you know, hella friendly. NRS games in general are hella friendly on the input window. And that's why I've really struggled to gravitate towards Street Fighter as much as I have Tekken and Mortal Kombat. So I decided, you know, instead of trying to put hours and hours in just to memorize these controls and memorize these buttons and memorize these combos, I'm just going to go back to modern controls and just see if I like it better. And this is like the first match I got using modern controls, and of course this Mai is playing with classic controls. Good on them. I have no problem with classic controls in the other Street Fighter games. It's just because this game is built around the modern control system. It feels a lot more smoother. And I guess now every single character has the same controls and the same tools available to them, regardless of the skill of the player. So if you wanna, you know, mindlessly spam and do the same moves over and over again and get read like a book, then you can. You know, that's the thing. You know, modern controls, I may have to put less effort in to play the game than you, but that's okay, because if you still as a classic player want to mash and you want to like play predictably, you can, and I'll catch you out every single time. Like, I lose this match here that you're watching now, but I do pick it up in the end and end up winning the game, which is pretty cool. Now, modern controls do destroy the spirit of the game. It does destroy the learning curve that players have spent thousands of hours of their lives over the years getting better at. And I do agree it's a shame that these controls are in the game, and you know, Tekken of course has its version. Mortal Kombat doesn't yet, but I can imagine that because these two games are doing it, Mortal Kombat probably will have some baby controls coming to a game named Mortal Kombat 2/12 13 near you, whatever it's going to be called. Anyway, I digress. I just, like, I don't know, like, it doesn't matter how many times I practice, I still can't do Jinrai combos consistently. I still can't, like, my game doesn't discriminate between the 2 quarter circle forwards and, like, the 40 points for losing that's a lot of fucking points to lose. Like, so punishing. Anyway, as I was saying, I'm just finding it really difficult because of all the directional inputs in Street Fighter. And that's because in Street Fighter 5, Ken, you know, you wanted to do your chin buster combo, you had to press down plus medium heavy. And back plus medium heavy, and that was really annoying compared to Street Fighter 4, where it's just medium and heavy, and then this game, it's medium and heavy. So I'm gonna switch this for a bit, because the input windows are just too strict for me, and I'm just finding it really hard to enjoy Street Fighter 6 as much as I would like. And don't get me wrong, I think out of the 3 games, Street Fighter 6 is the cleanest, the most enjoyable, and just it's the best feeling fighting game on the market today, in my opinion. However, I still think Tekken 8 is slightly better than Street Fighter 6, but that's just because the game is a little bit simpler to play, in my opinion, compared to, you know, Street Fighter with its intrinsic 6-button input system. And as a casual player, I don't have time to, you know, spend hours memorizing to be good at the game or whatever. So maybe I will just sit on modern for a bit, but knowing me, I'm going to go back and I'm going to feel guilty about using them and go back to classic. Anyway, let me know you guys' thoughts on this. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.